Hello, ladies and gentlemen. RP Tube Vision brings to you Wrestling Trivia Tuesday.
Hello, ma'ams and sirs, and welcome to this week's Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. I'm your host, Ronald Ray, your boy with a cornbread accent. Got some questions about the Four Horsemen, Wrestlemania, and an AEW question. Trying to get a little bit of the past and some of the current. Before we get started, here's the shameless plug. If you like what you see here, please hit the subscribe button. Uh, Now we got that crap out of the way. Oh, one more thing. Yes, like I said, I'm falling a little behind this week, trying to improve my product a little bit to give you, my subscribers, a better look and a better product. So hopefully everything works out and everything will look good, sound good, and everything, and look almost like I know what I'm doing here. Anyway, enough of my jibber jabber. Let's get on with the questions. First question this week is about the Four Horsemen. Now, they were a legendary group, especially the early incarnations, um, back in Jim Crockett Promotions / NWA. However, though, only one of the formations of the Horsemen did everyone hold gold. Uh, so the question is, which formation of the Four Horsemen did every member hold a championship? Was it A, Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, and Ole Anderson? B, Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, and Lex Luger? Or C, Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, Barry Windham? The answer is C, Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, and Barry Windham. Of course, Ric Flair held the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Uh, Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson were the World Tag Team Champions, and Barry Windham held the United States Championship. Won in a tournament after the suspension of Dusty Rhodes after him and which I hate to go off on a tangent here. I wish I could show the video. I don't see if I add it, but this is one of the greatest little angles. This is the one thing I'm missing in pro wrestling, in which the fans actually were totally, emotionally invested in a talent. And there was an angle where there was a verbal confrontation with Tully Blanchard and Man of TA, who was uh, a year maybe uh, out, or like a year later, 2 years later, after the car accident that ended his career. Um, I think Tully got a little physical. Then Dusty came out and just went nuts on everybody. Wound up hitting um, Jim Crockett Jr. And of course, Dusty got suspended. Then this mystery guy came around called the Midnight Rider. Talked like Dusty, was built like Dusty, but just called himself a Midnight Rider. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anyway, Dusty was the United States champion. They held a tournament. Barry Windham won the tournament. So therefore, yes, this was I believe, the only formation ever to where every member held a championship. Um, like I said, Ric Flair was the NWA World Champion. Tully and Arn, tag team champions, who first beat the Rock and Roll, then beat Barry Windham and Lex Luger when Barry turned against Luger, and of course, like I said, Barry won the tournament. Anyway, that is the answer to the first question. Uh, just for hell, just to play along, uh, leave a comment, folks, on who you think was the greatest formation of the Horsemen. This is, I think, because they all held gold. Uh, a lot of people said this was the greatest incarnation. I'm an original guy, kind of myself a little bit. Um, yeah, it's a. I like this one because I was a fan of Barry. Of course, I was a fan of Ole Anderson too. Not too many. I don't know if too many people say that, especially nowadays, because Ole's got that reputation. Anyway, so what do you guys think? Well, what which one was the greatest formation of the Four Horsemen? Okay, now let's see. Now I have that long-winded first question. I'll try to keep it a little short now. WrestleMania 2 was the only WrestleMania to be held in three different cities. Which three cities was WrestleMania held in? Was it A, Atlanta, Georgia, Long Island, New York, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, B, Uniondale, New York, Rosemont, Illinois, and Los Angeles, California, or C, Baltimore, Maryland, New York City, New York, and Los Angeles, California? The answer is B, Uniondale, Rosemont, and Los Angeles. Uniondale, which is I think basically Long Island, New York, at the and that was at the Nassau Coliseum. The Rosemont Horizon, which is I think now the Allstate Arena, which is Rosemont, which is basically Chicago, Illinois, and the Los Angeles Memorial Sports Arena, which is no longer there. I think they tore it down and I think built another arena. I'm not sure what it's called now, um, but yeah, the answer is B. And of course, that great main event on that show, which this WrestleMania wasn't that bad. I dug the British Bulldogs winning tag team titles. Uh, I guess because I was so used to the other territories and their cage, and most cage matches had blood. I mean, you gotta remember, I was like, 9 or 8, 9, 10, something like that. Um, so most cage matches have blood in it. This one, I think, had a little dribble of blood, and it had a big, bulky blue cage, um, and not a lot of bloodshed. And I think it was big and bulky like that, so make it easier for Hulk Hogan to climb out of. That I think that was a rumor innuendo. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, I quit. I quit going off on a tangent now. Uh, let's continue. All right, here, main event question number 3. On May 23rd, 2020, Cody Rhodes became the first AEW TNT champion. He won a tournament, but who did he beat in the finals of that tournament? Was it A, Lance Archer, B, Orange Cassidy, or C, Darby Allin? The answer is A, Lance Archer. Uh, I think this they had the only time AEW World and World Tag Team, and this was supposed to be like their television championship. They called it TNT. Now they have a TBS, a middle or all Pacific or something like that. 6-man tag. Then they bought Ring of Honor, so you got the Ring of Honor TV World trios or 6-man tag. The Pure their women's championship. Uh, and of course, I don't know why anybody would want this. I mean, I ain't saying it won't happen because last time I said, last time I said somebody won't buy a wrestling company, I was dead wrong about. Oh, I don't. Do you really think Vince will buy WCW? And he wound up buying WCW. Um, but that's a different subject. But so yeah, if you could you imagine, Tony Khan buying WWE, and gosh, everybody have a belt then. I think. Uh, yeah, I'll have to pick on AEW a little bit about that. Like the wrestling, but yeah, don't need so many championships and amongst other things. Anyway, that will conclude this week's Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. Hope you enjoyed it. Have fun. And until next time, you folks take it easy and have a good one.
We here at RP Tube Vision would like to thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also check out friends of the show Ecolife Natural for home-crafted candles, hand cloth, and other home and personal goods. Look them up on Facebook. Link will be available below the video. That is Ecolife Natural.